Jurgen, first of all, it's just back to Tuesday night really, because you said after the game, because we talked about a 9-0 aggregate score against United, you said, I know it will not last forever, they will strike back. So you see the appointment of Erik ten Hag as the start of that?
Yeah, probably. Yes. What can I say? That's
in what way though? Why? What is it about him? What do you think the appointment can possibly do, I suppose?
No, they know now probably what they want to do in the future. They can now start with whatever they want to do for the next season, for the next years. I don't know. I don't know how long he signed. That's it.
Firmino, has he recovered? And does he come back into the squad? Any other problems as well from Tuesday night?
Not that I know yet. No other problems. And Bobby getting better and better. It's uncomfortable, painful. So we have to make sure that he can really. It is today first day on the pitch. So I don't. But we have still 2 days to go. So maybe when Bobby gives the thumb up, then he will be involved. When not, then we wait another few days. But then I think after that he will be. That should be possible.
Obviously a big game for both sides. We know why you need the points. We can see why Everton need the points as well. Your aim obviously is to look after yourselves. If Everton don't manage to stay up, is this a fixture that you would miss in the Merseyside derby?
Yeah, of course. I think we are all used to 2 clubs in the city, and that's how it is. And all around the derbies, it's always. Especially it's now this week it's slightly different because we played United in midweek. That makes it. But usually the full week before you play Everton is all the talks and all the things people are talking about are about the derby. So yes, of course I would.
Jurgen, does this take a greater intensity this week because of the relative positions and the stakes? And they're on the line for Everton, obviously avoiding the drop for you. The quadruples still on, league game. So is there more riding on this than the usual derby?
Maybe yes, but this derby's never lacked intensity. To be honest, and I love intensity in football. I love physicality in football, but just there's a rule book, and just make sure that we all stick to that. Don't go over the top. These kind of things, they make it like in the good old times, let me say like this. And even we suffered from these situations. I just want to have a very intense, very physical, and legal aggressive a football game, but not more. So because we play games after the derby as well, we should not forget, all of us, and them. Us. So that's all. But apart from that, it was always very intense. And yes, this one is important for both. But I can't remember when it was not important for us. I can't remember. It was always. I don't know where we would have been without the points against Everton, or we could have been if we would have won last year, which we lost, obviously. That would have been very helpful. But yeah, maybe a little bit more, but always intense.
With that in mind then, at this particular stage of the season, we often talk about the mental side of the game. How great is your role now, given the number of big games, even by Liverpool standards, that you're going through over of course, half-week periods of the summer season?
Yeah, we don't think about the other games. It's one game. It's really like this. It's just Everton, and so that's a big one historically and in the situation now as well. So no need to think about anything else, not about the last. Take what you can take from the game, if there's some confidence, some fluidity, whatever. But it's a different game. Again, when we stop here, we do the proper analyze now again, and I watched Everton obviously a couple of times, but now the proper analyze and make a game plan and either well follow or do even better on the pitch than the coach knows wanted, and then let's try to win the game.
Thank you.
Juliette, BBC.
Jurgen, a couple if I may. I know it was an emphatic performance and result on Tuesday, but talking to the players afterwards as well, it just seems to be that they're enjoying it. It's fun for them, this challenge, and it just seems to be a whole smile around the place right now.
Not all the time, but a lot. Yes, it's a situation we didn't expect to be in. We never have been in a situation. It's incredibly tough. You know, we play very much all the time. But you obviously spoke to him after the game. That was a good moment. In these moments, we all love what we do. When you win a game, when you win such an important game, when you win in the manner we won the game, and all these kind of things. But it's true. We love the situation we are in. That's you cannot plan it, that you are still in and around everything, and we know there's nothing we achieved so far yet, or at least not a lot. We won one competition, that's great, but 3 others to go, and the next one is a very important Premier League game. Yes, the boys are in a good moment. I like to say in this moment we were in a good moment, because we have to prove it, unfortunately, again on Sunday, but so far it was good, and yes, we are looking forward to everything what is coming up.
And it was just a word on Thiago as well, because it was a masterclass again on Tuesday, and he came into his own this time last season, I think, if I remember as well, the influence that he just seems to be having at this stage of the season as well.
Yeah, it's great. I don't like to talk too much about one player, not because a player doesn't deserve it, but always when we do that, then something happened with the player. So I leave this room, and then I hear Thiago feels a little bit here or there. So yeah, it was good. So let's carry on.
Jurgen, a year ago on Sunday, you drew against Newcastle at Anfield, but then you went on to win the 5 games to get Champions League football, and we've seen what you've done this season. Has it surpassed your expectations where you've come from there, from that difficult spell to now, or did you always expect it to turn around and see the best Liverpool again?
I didn't expect us to win Carabao Cup, be in FA Cup final, semi-final Champions League, and 1 point behind the leader of the table. I didn't think about that, to be honest, but I knew we will be better. So what we did last year, what the boys did last year, was really special in such a difficult situation. To get qualified for the Premier League, Champions League was massive. There were a lot of moments before the Newcastle game, so I didn't know that was 1 year ago, but before that game, there were a lot of moments where I thought, that's difficult. We will not make that this year. We had moments where we thought, okay, hopefully we don't have to play Conference League. Yeah, so that's how it is, because it's okay. When does that start? And then you have to play to readjust the pre-season planning and all these kind of things. That's how it was. We didn't know exactly where we'll go to, and if you make then plans, you have to. And we sit now in this period of the year. You always sit together. You go for the games, but the rest you plan around for the next season. And that I remember these thoughts. And then we won 5 games. The boys won 5 games in a spectacular manner. West Brom, Ali, Header, all these kind of things, outstanding. Loved each bit of it. But saying that, we knew in the moment when we can bring Ibu and when the other 3 boys are back, yeah, we will be stronger. That's clear. When you are third, and you will be stronger and learn. And you had a bad year, like for different reasons. It's a normal human reaction that you intensify pretty much all efforts and stuff like this, and that's what we did. But then we had, I think, an absolutely okay first part of the season, but it was not that people were over the moon when you're 14 games points behind the leader, and probably other teams, a lot of other teams in between us and then them. But again, what the boys made of that is pretty special so far. But that's it. We knew we will be better, but that we will be in this position, I had no idea about.
I know you said you didn't like talking about individual players, but Naby Keita's been putting in some very good performances. How exciting is it to work with him, and how much more to come from him as well?
Yeah, it's the same situation. I don't like to talk about it, because it's exactly the same expectation from my side, that I go outside and somebody tells me Naby cannot play. But Naby was fit, and when Naby could get some rhythm, he was always really good. Unfortunately, he could not get as much rhythm as he wished, as we wished in the past. Maybe that's over now. And then the future is bright for him. He's a great player. Wow. It did both. So, when did Naby come here? Oh no, he's Naby here 3-4 years? 3? Yeah, look, sorry. The year before, it was Keita and Thiago were the best midfielders in the Bundesliga, by distance. So if we took first Keita and Naby, and then a bit later Thiago, so it was obviously a good idea.
Carl Markham, if there's any more for the audience, if not, we'll go to the invited after Carl, who's at the back. Yes, Carl, we can see you.
Hi, I'm not sure Jurgen. Hi, Jurgen. Sorry, it is another Thiago question, but apologies. It's only just over a year ago that some people were questioning his suitability in the team, and I know there were specific reasons for that because of the injuries and all the changes you made. But I'm just wondering, is he almost a better player now, having gone through that and what he's producing now than when he first arrived? Is that possible?
Yeah, but people were questioning if he suits our football, or what was it?
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about how he seemed to slow the play down. There's a lot of talk around him slowing the play down, and that was the question that's being raised about him, I think.
Thank God these people don't make decisions. So if really, it's like if a player is calming a game down in moments, that's due to a lot of reasons. One of them is just to have a look, whatever. But it's of course nothing we thought was always clear. So more important, Thiago wanted to join us, and he knew how we play. It's not that he's a real football person, he thinks a lot about football, and he knew how we play, and he knew he will fit in, and we knew it as well. So it's all about, in this case, it's always about being fit, staying fit, and getting used to the slight differences to the former club, whatever these kind of things are in different teams, but and then you can go from there. So it was always clear. But Thiago was only one problem: he was injured. He was injured, and it started with an Everton game, to be honest. So that's how it is, and that didn't help. And that was never a question about if he will suit. We only signed him because we knew he will help us.
Thank you so much for watching the video. If you would like to, check out redmenplus.com, our Liverpool streaming service and bonus content site that gives you more Redmen TV studio shows and documentaries, features and interviews, as well as a whole lot of podcast content as well. Head to redmenplus.com by clicking the button, go and subscribe, and yeah, fill your boots on amazing Liverpool content.